25 Relationship Rules to Rekindle Your Passion. Let's be real, relationships are never easy, especially if they've been going on for a long time and you're starting to lose the spark you had in the beginning. Now, there are no real rules to follow with relationships, but there are definitely some things that you can do to rekindle that passion and bring the fire back. Welcome to Just a Thought. Here are 25 relationship rules to help rekindle your passion. Before we continue, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Just a Thought, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. Number 25. Always keep your promises. One of the most important things you can do in a relationship is keeping your word. If your partner can't trust you to follow through plans, then there's already a problem that you must amend. Of course, real reasons aside, if you flake on your partner at the last minute constantly, then you've already established yourself to be unreliable. Your yes should be definitive. Number 24. Deny distance. When in a committed adult relationship, it's often easy to deny time to your partner in order to spend more time with yourself. And while self-improvement is a great practice, distancing yourself from your partner is never a good idea. Distance, physical or emotional, has the power to break the strongest of bonds, and it's important to make time for the both of you together. Number 23. Always trust. In a relationship, trust is fuel. It's not enough that both parties adore each other. If your partner can't trust you, all that relationship magic quickly fizzles away. Companionship, like any other relationship, requires mutual trust. And what's more, trust isn't just given, it must be earned. And once earned, it must be preserved and nurtured. Number 22. Know that it won't always be easy. Even the strongest of bonds aren't always sunshine and rainbows. Acknowledging and accepting that not every aspect of your relationship will be perfect will automatically take pressure off of the both of you. The work it takes to maintain a successful relationship isn't romanticized half as much as effortless relationships are, and effortless relationships are a myth. Number 21. Know that you might grow out of love. There's nothing worse than watering a dead plant or pulling a rubber band so hard that it snaps. When a relationship is over, ripping the band-aid off might be the best course of action. Lying and deception will only hurt both parties more. Acknowledging that you have grown out of love is not only healthy, but also allows your partner to not exist in a warped, delusional reality. Number 20. Be strange together. Everyone has weird habits, and as long as they harm no one, they should be celebrated, and on occasion even encouraged. Your relationship should be a safe space where your partner's quirkiness is accepted and reciprocated. And it should be the same for you. Because if you're having to hide parts of yourself from your partner, that's a red flag. Number 19. Be honest. Honesty is a huge part of trust and reliability, and also a prerequisite to any relationship. If you can't trust yourself to be honest with your partner or vice versa, it's a huge red flag. When partners lie to each other, it can often be due to betrayal or lack of trust or result in it. Either way, neither of the two people involved will benefit from it in the long term. Number 18. Moving on and letting go of your past. If you've decided to commit to someone for life, you must let go of your past pain and hurt. No one can truly rejoice in the celebration of a new union when they're stuck in the past. Looking at the past as something you can learn from is important, but it shouldn't be a place you find solace. If you feel yourself going to the past more often than wanting to stay in the present, you might want to reevaluate your place in the present. Number 17. Create a safe space. Your union and relationship should be an escape from the world, a place where daily judgment doesn't follow you. Focus and work on building an environment where your partner feels safe and cherished enough to share everything that's bothering them. This will help the both of you feel comfortable not only with each other, but also with yourself. Number 16. It should never feel like a task. There are a few things that require more work than maintaining a mature and healthy relationship, but even this task isn't that much work when you truly care for the other person. Wanting to grow together should be the goal, and working towards that goal will be incredibly easy with the person you love. Remember, communication is key. Number 15. Let go of pride. Pride and ego have no room in an adult relationship. Having self-respect is one thing, but desiring control and possessing a false sense of superiority over your significant other is something else entirely. Ego can cloud your judgment and make your partner feel inadequate. Ego and unearned pride often result from insecurity and can often turn ugly if not discussed. You must let go of your pride and have a good discussion about the issues bothering you. Number 14. Singledom isn't that bad. Being single isn't all that bad. In fact, it's often encouraged to explore yourself outside a relationship before you decide to get into one. Rushing into a relationship when you aren't ready to be in one just for the sake of it will not only hurt you, but also the person you decide to get into a relationship with. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being single. Number 13. Know and grow yourself. One thing people often forget is self-growth and self-reflection. If you spend all your time molding yourself to being what someone else wants you to be, you will eventually forget who you are. And that is dangerous. Be the person you wish you could be with. You are enough and do not need anyone outside of yourself to bring you happiness and completion. Number 12. Don't settle. If your partner expects you to change yourself or part of yourself, don't. You should never have to let go of pieces of yourself to accommodate anyone. Happiness doesn't come from people who expect you to change. Set your standards and do not lower them for anyone. Your happiness, be it when you're single or in a relationship, depends entirely on yourself. Number 11. Know that flaws are natural. Your flaws are what make you human, and anyone who can comfortably suggest otherwise needs a reality check. No one is perfect, and you shouldn't try to be. Fitting into a pre-existing ideal of beauty will gradually harm you internally. This is why having a relationship be a safe haven is immensely important. Expecting perfection from your partner will only lead to heartbreak. Number 10. Know that you're enough. You need to cement the idea that you are enough alone and that no one completes you before you can even think about finding someone to be with. The idea that someone else will complete you is inherently flawed since that puts too much pressure on the other party. Number 9. Don't force love. It's better to be content single than being in an unhealthy and depressing relationship. Regardless of how behind you might feel in your life because you aren't where you thought you'd be, isn't a reason to rush into a situation that makes you unhappy. Number 8. Learn your partner. Being a partner comes with a certain set of responsibilities. You need to be there for your significant other, even at times when they can't say it. Try to understand their behavior and learn what ticks them off, and just try and be careful. Number 7. Know that arguments aren't a bad thing. There's no reason to fear arguments. They are a natural part of a relationship. And if two partners can argue with each other in a healthy manner, that's not exactly a good sign. As long as you know when to stop the fight, there's no reason to fear confrontation with the person you've chosen to share your life with. Number 6. Always support. Relationships are supposed to fuel your creative drive and groom your passions, not discourage them. Being supportive of your partner's passion projects is an obvious prerequisite. Someone who cannot hype you up when you're following your passions is not someone who deserves you. Number 5. Never control. Being comfortable enough with each other to want advice is one thing, but being told by your partner what you can and can't do is toxic. Control, if it has to be a part of a relationship, must be consensual. Human beings are free beings and should be treated that way. Number 4. Give space when necessary. When your partner starts feeling suffocated with you around, it's best to give them space, and vice versa. Asking for a little space does no one any harm. In fact, it helps establish boundaries and also allows both parties to think things through with a clear and conscious head. Number 3. Always respect your significant other. Just because two people are together does not give them permission to be disrespectful. Respect and kindness are a foundation of a healthy relationship, and if either partner seems to disagree, again, that's a red flag. Be kind and courteous to your partner always. Number 2. Always think about their well-being. When you care about someone enough to make sure they're well-rested or well-fed, you're sending the message that you want them to be safe, which is a great way to let someone know how important they are to you. And number 1, show your love. It's not enough that you tell your significant other what they mean to you, you must also show them. Plan date nights, cook for them, make them a playlist. Do little things every now and then to show them how much you love them. Bring back the romance. And that's a wrap for 25 rules to rekindle a relationship. What do you think is important in making a relationship work? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Just a Thought for more videos like this. See you in the next one.